Hey, everybody, welcome back to Coffee with John. Good morning, Marci Grossman. It's great to see you, moneymarci.com, the author of Money Marci's Guide to Financial Literacy. I'm looking forward to this series because I think people are always looking at their finances. They're always thinking about money. And I thought after you sending me your book, and I appreciate you sending it, I tried to think of a couple topics that would make sense that would resonate the most with the Think community. And I think budgeting is probably one that we could kick off with. And that's actually chapter 1 of your book. So talk a little bit about, why we need to budget, the importance of budgeting, and how we budget.
Sure. So budgeting, whether you have a lot of money or a little money, it's easy if you're not paying attention to spend more than you're earning. And so we have to budget so that you have an idea of what you can really afford to do. What I did in my book was I tried to take it down to a granular level for someone who has never budgeted before. And on my website, I have worksheets as well to give someone a basis for starting. But if you don't know what you're taking in compared to what you're sending out with your money, you have no idea what your future is going to hold.
Yeah. And it's really hard, like in businesses, I think most businesses have a budget. So like you said, they can forecast out, but sometimes in people's personal lives, they don't treat it like a business, right? They're not looking at their life as a budget. And so what's one easy way to kind of shift the mindset of that?
Well, I think the easiest way to shift the mindset is to roll up your sleeves and start to do it and look at it. The biggest challenge is people think that their tax return tells them what their income is. That's not what it does. So they have to actually look at their pay stubs. They have to look at their deposits. They have to look at the actual money that they're receiving. There isn't really a shortcut to it, but the payoff is huge, because then you get to control your destiny.
Yeah. But what's the biggest obstacle that people have in their lives why they can't budget? Is it they just want, they just want more? They just, it's not as fun to budget. What is the one thing that is that, that resistance? I read a book a long time ago, The War of Art by Stephen Pressfield, and it talks about how we resist what we need to do most. So why do people resist it?
Because it's not easy.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just say, okay, I want a budget. Here it is. You have to take the time, your checkbook or your credit card statement or whatever it is that is your outflow. You have to actually dig in. You have to say, okay, this is that type of expense.
Yeah.
On the charts that I have, I break things down, the expenses. This is a weekly expense or a monthly expense or a quarterly or an annual. But you have to do the work for it.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, you got to do the work. moneymarci.com. Your book is Money Marci's Guide to Financial Literacy. How else can people connect with you, Marci?
The best way, so I do have a website, moneymarci.com, and if you're viewing this, you can see the correct spelling of my name, because if you spell it differently, I can't tell you where you'll end up. And I also have a Facebook page. You can sign up for my blog, and right now, about every 2 weeks, I'm sending out financial tips and information of things that I found interesting.
Yeah.
All right. That's a good way to sign up.
All right, great. Money Marci, MoneyMarci.com. Marci, I was about to say Money Marci. Marci, it was great talking with you today. We're going to continue this series for 2 more days and talk a little bit more about financial literacy. The community, if Marci can help you, check out moneymarci.com. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Marci.
Thank you.